What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and the NBA draft is here starting Thursday, July 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And man, to a shock to a lot of people, my New York Knicks are not in the NBA draft lottery, but don't you worry. We still got picks 19 and 21, which we will find a way to screw up. You can bet your money on that. But let's talk about it. We're going to mock draft the first couple picks, kind of give you my thoughts and predictions, and of course, I got some bets that I will be placing for today's video. But like I said, click that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate all you guys' support on all of the videos, especially Logan. He's been cranking out the MLB videos, although he's been in a cold streak, but keep showing him some love. We really appreciate it. And man, let me know your bold predictions down below in the comments. Who do you think is going to be the steal of the draft? Who's the rookie of the year? Who's going to... I don't know who's going to blossom into a superstar. You never know. And is there going to be a big trade? Because as I record this almost 24 hours in advance of the draft, I have no idea. Ben Simmons could be dealt for the 4th pick in the draft. Who knows? So we're going to give you my best judgment, and we're going to go with that. But like I said, like and subscribe to the video. As a reminder, August just around the corner, starting Sunday. And that means the NFL videos are starting. And we're going to start with my 10 NFL future bets that you guys should consider placing. That'll be posted Sunday. And then Monday, we're starting with a bunch of fantasy football content. A lot of stuff coming your way. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel. We appreciate it. Also, appreciate you guys. 7,500 subscribers, only 75% to 10,000. We really appreciate it. Let's get after it and let's talk about it. Here's the first 6 picks. This is what I expect to see. I think we'll see Cade Cunningham go number 1, Jalen Green number 2, Evan Mobley number 3, Jalen Suggs number 4, Scottie Barnes number 5, and James Bouknight at number 6. So if you take that top 4 exactly, I believe it used to be, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, it used to be minus 132. Now it's like minus 188. It's a little skeptical, but that's what I expect the top 6. After those top 6 players, I really don't know what's going to go down. 7 could be Jonathan Kuminga, could be Josh Giddey, could be a lot of different players. I don't really know. So we'll see as the night unfolds. Be sure to join the Discord if you aren't already. It is linked down below in the description because we're going to be talking about it as the picks roll in and out at the NBA draft. It's a lot of things can go down. A lot of things can switch on a dime. So like I gotta preach, bankroll manage. If you're putting your next paycheck on this, except the only bet I'd feel confident is Cade Cunningham at minus 6,000 to be the first overall pick. But other than that, really, it's a complete guessing game. So like I said, things can change on a dime. So don't be putting your next bankroll. This is a lot for this next paycheck on a bet. This is for fun. For my first pick, Franz Wagner. I think I pronounced that right. Over 7.5 draft selection or 7.5 pick. That's minus 148 on FanDuel. I know if you go to like maybe a DraftKings, it is under 9.5. And I'm going to talk about it. I'd take this over 7.5 minus 148. And here's why. The 6'9" forward out of Michigan, and he's a small forward, power forward kind of hybrid. Pretty decent ball handler and passer, but I think this is too high. I think he's gone up draft boards. He's been rising. If you've been looking at NBA mock drafts, he's been rising. He was lower in the draft, quickly rising. You see this all the way up to 7.5 as his live bet. Well, live bet, if you will. Now, I don't think he's going to go this high. I think there's 7 players easily in front of him, like Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, Scottie Barnes, Jalen Suggs, arguably James Bouknight, like I said, probably go 6. Josh Giddey, who the Grizzlies were rumored to be moving up to number 10 with that Pelicans trade with Jonas Valanciunas, Eric Bledsoe, all that. Now there's those players. I didn't even mention Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. All of these guys are rumored to go up in this range. I don't think Franz Wagner is going to go this high. Now, there's been a lot of rumors of him going to the Kings at number 9. Wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. I think he's going to fall in the 8 to 10 range. Don't think he falls out of the top 10 picks, but I do think he's going to be in that 8 to 10. I think the 7.5 is a little too low. I don't see him going in the top 7. I think there's 7 better or more highly prospected guys above that. I don't see someone reaching up, jumping into the draft to get Franz Wagner, and I'm comfortable taking this, laying a little bit of juice, minus 148, but that's what it is on FanDuel. I'm going to take it. Could the odds change in no time? Could he be rumored to be 7'3" now? Yeah, maybe, and maybe he jumps spots. And although he did say he was like 2 inches taller, and maybe he's capping on that. I don't really know, but like I said, I really like this bet, and I'm willing to throw a couple bucks on it. You know, who knows? Who knows what it's the NBA draft. My next one, Davion Mitchell, over 12.5 draft selection or pick. Now, this is minus 105 on DraftKings. It's like minus 120 on FanDuel and a couple other apps, but I believe this was the best value I could find. Now, Mitchell, absolute stud in the NCAA tournament, helping Baylor lead them to the national championship game and ultimately to the national title in the NCAA tournament. But he's been sliding down draft boards. If you were looking at these bets back maybe 2-3 weeks ago, this bet would have been 10.5. And so if you took it at 10.5, you took the over, you get great value on it. But now we're at 12.5, and I still think we got good value on it. So there's a couple reasons, and they're all going to come down to his size, his athleticism, and his age. So staying at 6'1", maybe 6'2", he's one of the smaller guards in the draft, and that's, I'm not going to, maybe if you don't know Davion Mitchell, then maybe you know now. But you and I both know a lot of these teams are looking for those big guards, a 6'4", 6'5", Jalen Suggs type guard, or they're looking for those bigger guys like Cade Cunningham, Josh Giddey, those guys that are 6'7", 6'8", that can run the point guard, pass it well. Well, Davion Mitchell, not that. He is 6'1". And teams are looking for those bigger guys because, they like to have guys that can switch and guard multiple different positions. Now, I'm not saying on the defensive end, I'm not saying Davion Mitchell, bad defender at all. No, actually, quite the opposite. He's actually a very good defender, but this is the pros, and it's harder to if you ever play pickup basketball, even if you're a great defender, it's hard to guard guys that are much taller than you, switch on those bigger guys. Now, you could say, well, Patrick Beverley's great. He does a great role. You aren't spending a top 12 pick on a Patrick Beverley if that's his ceiling. I just don't think so. Now, I think he slides a little bit also due to his age. He's 20. He will be 23 years old in September. That's much older than these guys above him. You see 18, 19, 20 years old. I just think he's going to be turning 23 in September. He's going to be a little too old. That's why you'll see him slide in some drafts. And that's why I'll take his over. 12.5 draft selections. Not worried about that one at all. Moving on to my last play, and then we'll talk about some other ones. Keon Johnson, over 13.5 draft position. Sitting at -155. So laying some juice on this on DraftKings, where you can take 14.5, which is -115 on FanDuel. I'm going to take 13.5 just because I feel safer with that. But if you only have access to FanDuel, I don't mind it at that. And we'll talk about it. The 6'5" shooting guard / small forward out of Tennessee. He rose up the draft boards, and it's because of one reason. It's because of his vertical leap. I believe he logged 48 inches, which is the highest ever been recorded at the NBA Combine. But he's a project. And I see a lot of these teams at the back end of the lottery, which, as you know, the lottery ends at, I believe, pick 13. Got the Hornets at 11, got Pacers at 12, Spurs at 13, and the 14 is the Warriors, in case you take it at 14.5. He's a work in progress. I think his main ceiling, people look at him, he's a 3-and-D player. Now, does he shoot the 3 well right now? No. But people are looking at him to maybe if he comes in, matures, and gets in that defensive mold, kind of defensive anchor type thing, maybe turn into a player like OG Anunoby, which would be a great pick because OG Anunoby, great for the Raptors. But it's going to take some time, and a lot of these teams towards the end of the lottery, they really don't have a lot of that time to give up. They're drafting these superstars, and they don't have another extra. They got like teams like the Hornets with LaMelo Ball. They're kind of trying to get going, making the playoffs soon, and Keon Johnson I don't think helps them too much. He shot 27% from three-point line in the college and 70% from the line. It's not like he was a great facilitator or passer. He averaged more turnovers, 2.6, than assists, 2.5. That's not great. I could see a team like the Wizards at 15, Pelicans at 17, or maybe a team like my New York Knicks at 19 or 21 that could slide into him. I just don't think he's like a low teens pick. I think he's a higher teen, 17, 18, 19 kind of player. That's just my overall assumption. Do I know a lot about these players? Absolutely not, but these are my couple bets that I'll be placing. Now, other bets I consider, like I talked about, my mock draft prediction earlier, Cade Cunningham number 1, Jalen Green number 2, Evan Mobley number 3, and Jalen Suggs number 4. Now that bet, the exact 4, the top 4, was sitting at -132 yesterday. Now nearly -200, like -188, -190. It's been absolutely rising up and I don't blame him. I think those top 3 are pretty locked in with Cade, Green, and Mobley, and then Jalen Suggs is a dart throw. Always a threat. I saw a couple mock drafts with Scottie Barnes out of Florida State moving up to number 4, which is like, it used to be plus 400 odds, now sitting at like plus 270, plus 300-ish, around there. I don't know. It's tough to really gauge. So I like that. I like that bet earlier with the value -132. Now I wouldn't lay the juice on it. -200. Nah, I'd probably throw a dart at like a Scottie Barnes going 4th overall, like over plus 200 odds. I don't hate that bet, but I do think Jalen Suggs ends up on the Raptors at number 4. Now, could there be a trade? Then maybe that could change things, because I do think Jalen Suggs goes to the Raptors to replace Kyle Lowry, be his successor, but I don't know, a lot to unpack there. Now, last bet that I would consider, and you can wait on this one, Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, plus 275. Now, here's a bet you can wait to place, like I said. Now, I like this bet because if you think about it, let's think about last year with LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards. Those are your top 2 players for Rookie of the Year voting. Now, you saw LaMelo Ball obviously win it, and you saw him average great numbers, but he was filling up the stat sheet with rebounds and assists. Then you had it, which I believe Cade Cunningham will be doing. He's the only one on the Pistons. What else do you want from the man? So I would like that. But now you look at Jalen Green, who I think will play that more Anthony Edwards-like role, put up a lot of points, maybe be inefficient shooting the ball, but still will score a lot of points, have that 20-plus point streak that people are like, yo, we really need this guy. He's super athletic. Cade Cunningham, not necessarily a guy that's going to go out there and poster a lot of people like maybe a Jalen Green or Anthony Edwards might do, but I do think Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, plus 275. Not a bad bet, but you can wait on it. Free agency is just around the corner, so a lot to unpack. So you never really know. Let me know your favorite bets down below. I appreciate all your guys' time and just even talking about the NBA draft, it's exciting. The NBA is finally back, sort of. We got free agency starting up soon, so maybe we'll do some videos reacting to some of the biggest trades and moves in free agency. And who knows, there could be a free agent trade within the next 24 hours that really impacts this NBA draft. Really no way to tell. So like I said, please, 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 just please don't put your next paycheck on any of these bets. But if you want to put some money because you're a degenerate like myself, then why not go for it? I appreciate all you guys. You guys are absolute best. Click that like button. We really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Sunday for some future bets. As always, join the Discord. We love you guys. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Peace.